The Foot Birthday promo is starting to heat up. We do have some news coming out on this, and apparently there is actually a leak, so we're going to be taking a look at that. This is ahead of the loading screen that we are expecting Thursday 6 p.m. UK time. This is a little bit earlier, around 1:30, 2 p.m. UK time. We did get this information, so we're going to be taking a look at that in this video. So getting straight into it now, we do have this leak. It is from a little bit of a lost source. It's not really anyone that we can directly say this was the person that first had it. It is very sort of disorganized. It is not someone like Jack who can just clearly say this player is in or not. Jack was actually quite good with how the promos are working and when the promos are coming, but maybe he doesn't actually know whoever his link is, or however he gets this information. Maybe it's not actually for the actual cards that are going to be released, but more of the promo content side of how it's going to be working. But with Foot Birthday, we know how it's going to be working, but Team 1, we are just interested to know who's going to be in here. Probably 11 players, and this leak is claiming to know who the first set is going to be that we're going to be getting on Friday the 26th of March at 6 p.m. UK time. But I do need to mention again, I do not know personally who actually leaked this. I don't know how real, how reliable it actually is, but most of the community, everyone pretty much is assuming that these are all real. Absolutely everyone is posting about it, so we're gonna have to see with that loading screen at 6 p.m. UK. We will have a video on that as well, and then from that we can tell if this is pretty much real or not, because 3 of the players should actually be, according to these leaks as well, it should be linking up, matching up correctly. So the first player we do have is Jamie Vardy. All we do know is that he actually is going to be English, of course, and also Leicester City, but we don't know what position or any of the stats, but we can predict maybe it is going to be around 91 rated. That would be a solid rating in my opinion, and he is probably going to be on the sides, a winger, either left wing or right wing, because he already has quite a few different specials at that central striker position. So I think it would be interesting. EA Sports pretty much have to, with this card, with this Jamie Vardy, to go ahead and put him on the sides or somewhere else. We don't know where EA could put him. Then we do also have Thiago, another Premier League player. This is going to be Spanish, Liverpool, of course, and I do think it's a little bit more interesting with this position. Maybe EA Sports are just going to keep him how he is, and I do think he just needs an upgrade because he hasn't had one. Despite his wants to watch card, he just hasn't had one, and I do think if he does get a 5-star weak foot, that would make him 5-star, 5-star. So that's probably what is going to be happening. I don't really feel that we are going to be getting a position change, but Thiago does look like quite a nice card. EA Sports do need to boost his rating though, hopefully to around 90s, and that is going to be very interesting. Then we do have Leroy Sané. He was actually one that I was wanting to get a what if card maybe, but now it is pretty clear that he is going to be getting a Foot Birthday card according to this leak, and I think it is quite obvious as well. He hasn't had any specials, so it's good that EA Sports are choosing these sort of players who haven't really had any special cards in Ultimate Team. I do think it's pretty clear he has to be a central position. A striker or a cam is going to be absolutely perfect with this Leroy Sané, and hopefully we do also get maybe a weak foot upgrade to 5-star. That would actually be quite interesting. Then we do have Inaki Williams, another Spanish player. This is going to be decent. I'm not really too excited with this one, but I do think EA Sports could do something interesting if they go ahead and put him on the wing. I do think maybe if they do give him 5-star weak foot again, then that is going to be quite good. Hwang is definitely an interesting one. This one I'm a little bit more excited about, definitely a little bit more excited about, because this is a great card. A lot of people really loved his wants to watch or his gold. It's just the same card because he hasn't received any specials at the start of the year. This was an absolute beast, so I think EA Sports might just go ahead and leave him as a striker, or at least I hope so, and maybe if they give him 5-star skills, that's going to be pretty incredible. And also the main thing with this card is actually the boost. If he does get something, maybe like an 87 rated card, that is just going to make him absolutely amazing. I think he isn't going to be too expensive, hopefully not, but if there is loads of hype and the other cards aren't really pulling weight, then maybe this card could actually be one of the most hyped ones. Then we do also have Perisic, Croatian, Inter Milan. I do think this could be interesting. He has a few good links, but Serie A, maybe it is already quite competitive. I'm not sure if EA Sports how they're going to make his card, but it does have to be quite good. I think a central position would be good, and it is really needed with this Perisic, to be honest, to get get people excited about him. It needs to be central, and maybe it does look like he's going to be getting 5-star skills to take him up to 5-star, 5-star. But with this card, it is largely going to be depending on the rating and also the stats that EA Sports are going to be giving him. So hopefully it is actually going to be pretty solid. Then the next card we do have is a little bit of an interesting one. I like the fact EA Sports have chosen a few lower rated ones, just like Hwang, and they should be receiving quite large upgrades. We do have Zambia, and some people were initially confused with this because some of the leaks were saying different things, but it does look like it is going to be this Zambia. It isn't Bamba or anyone like that. It is going to be Zambia, who has received a Silver Stars inform. You might remember him, and it is a Ligue 1 French card, so it does have quite a few strong links available. So I think from the card that we do actually have, some people have been saying that the stats for him have been leaked. It does look really interesting if we go ahead and take a look at that card, but we don't know, of course, how official all of this information is, but it looks like he's going to have a high amount of pace. It is still sticking at his right back position, 86 rated apparently, so we're gonna have to see with that one, but it could be very overpowered. You could switch up the position with that as well. Then moving on now, we do have some very interesting cards, some of the main cards in this as well. Mendy, he has been extremely heavily predicted, and now EA Sports looks like they are going to be giving in. We do have possibly an 88 rated card, maybe 89, it is going to be depending, but he is going to definitely have high pace, and he is going to be an absolute menace to come up against. It is going to be everyone's nightmares, and everyone is saying it could be a centre back position. That would literally just be terrible, but I think could maybe even a CDM position be a little bit worse. It is definitely quite bad with this card when you think about coming up against him in FUT Champions or even in division rivals, and I do think it is going to be quite painful, but we're going to have to wait and see with this one what EA Sports are going to do. I think he's one of the candidates who could be on the loading screen because EA Sports always like to tease us with this, or maybe it is just going to be staying the same position, but I do hope he's going to be changing. That will increase his value a lot. Then we do have Moura, another Premier League card. This is going to be an interesting one. I think a lot of people are quite excited for this as well. EA Sports have chosen him, and he hasn't really had too many special cards, even though he did get his little team of the group stage sort of card. That was an SBC. So currently, if you want to go ahead and get a Moura, you can only get his gold card from the transfer market right now. So I do think this is going to be a decent card, and a lot of people are going to be excited if it is going to be a central position, and then possibly it is going to be 5-star skills or 5-star weak foot. He does currently have 4-star, 4-star, so if he is going to be getting 5-star in one of those, it's not really too much of a big deal personally, but I do think the central position is what EA Sports really need to do, and then also it is going to be largely dependent on the rating and the stats that he is going to receive. Then we do also have Hermosa. This is going to be a decent little card. I think João Felix link, hopefully EA Sports go ahead and give him a nice rating boost. That is going to be mainly important. And then the last player to make it a full 11 team FUT Birthday Team 1 is actually a Nigerian player, but we're not actually too sure who it is going to be. The translation has actually got a little bit lost with some of these supposed leakers. Hopefully all of these leaks actually turn out to be true. We're going to have to see with the loading screen coming out at 6 PM UK time, only a few hours literally from when I'm recording this video, so we will have an update on that, but it does look like it is more likely to be Emmanuel Dennis. However, some people are hoping that it is actually going to be a Moses Simons or someone like that, but we're going to have to see with this one. I think Emmanuel Dennis is probably a little bit more realistic, but let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Are they real or not, and what your thoughts overall? Is Team 2 going to have to save FUT Birthday, or what's going on with EA Sports? Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.